Hello and welcome to Royal Telly. I am your host, Chloe, and today we're going to take a deep dive into the intriguing world of royal fashion endorsements. We've all heard of the Kate effect, haven't we? That mythical power the Princess of Wales supposedly wields to boost British businesses with a mere nod or a wave. But today, we're going to unravel this myth and examine its true impact. Let's consider the fashion label Eponine London, a brand the Princess of Wales has often favored. Known for its coat dresses and gingham skirt suits, Eponine London has dressed the princess for many a royal occasion. Yet now, after 15 years of successful operation, the brand is shutting its doors for good following its autumn-winter 2025 collection. This, my friends, is a startling testament to the true nature of the so-called Kate effect. Recall that moment when the princess donned one of Eponine's bold vintage-style pieces in a not-so-subtle attempt to overshadow Duchess Meghan, who was being unfairly criticized for her neutral color palette. The irony? The brand chosen for this veiled critique is now out of business. It's as if the brand's demise mirrors the stagnation of the monarchy itself. Eponine's founder, Jet Shenkman, once spoke of the gift of dressing the princess, hoping the royal endorsement would provide a platform they could never have dreamed of. Yet, while the spotlight did shine on Eponine in 2016, it seems the brand became entrapped in an outdated aesthetic that couldn't survive in the evolving fashion world. When your biggest champion wears one type of coat dress, where's the room for innovation? But the Kate effect isn't confined to fashion. Remember the media's attempt to paint Duchess Meghan as the aggressor in the Meghan made Kate cry scandal? This same ecosystem that praised the princess's static fashion choices also spread that lie, contributing to a decline in the monarchy's reputation as a welcoming, modern institution. So let's question the so-called Kate effect and its true impact on businesses it touches. Eponine London, once a favorite of the Princess of Wales, is closing its doors after a 15-year run. This fashion brand, founded by the talented Jet Shenkman, was known for its vintage-style pieces, the kind of boring coat dresses and gingham skirt suits that were often seen on the princess. But now, after a decade and a half, this brand is calling it quits, marking a tragic end to what was once a thriving business. Rising to popularity due to royal endorsement, Eponine London became a household name with their pieces regularly gracing the pages of fashion magazines. The Princess of Wales was often seen wearing their designs, a fact that the brand's founder, Jet Shenkman, once referred to as a gift. It was a gift that gave them a stage they could never have dreamed of, and for a time, it did seem like a dream. But dreams, as we all know, can be fleeting. In the world of fashion, versatility is key. Unfortunately, Eponine London seemed to lack in this department. Their designs, while loved by the princess, were highly specific and outdated. They were locked into a single silhouette, a single aesthetic that didn't evolve with the changing fashion landscape. When your biggest champion only wears one type of coat dress, how can you truly innovate? How can you grow and adapt to the ever-changing trends and tastes? And so Eponine London began its descent. The lack of dynamism in their designs, coupled with the stagnant fashion choices of the Princess of Wales, saw the brand slowly lose its appeal. The spotlight that once shone so brightly on them began to dim, and eventually it was extinguished completely. In the end, the Kate effect, instead of proving to be a boon, seemed to have been a curse for Eponine London. This is a story that should serve as a cautionary tale for all. It's a stark reminder that when certain individuals endorse you, it's not always a stamp of success. Sometimes it's a warning sign. The Kate effect isn't limited to the world of fashion. It has had an impact on the media's portrayal of other members of the royal family as well. let's take a trip down memory lane to the days when Duchess Meghan first graced the UK with her presence. The media was quick to create a narrative around Meghan Sussex, a narrative that was anything but fair. Fueled by the Kate effect, the media manufactured drama, painting Meghan as the instigator in a supposed feud between the two duchesses. Remember the infamous "Meghan made Kate cry" lie? It was a calculated move, a deliberate attempt to paint Meghan Sussex as the aggressor, as the blight on the monarchy. This was the media's way of reinforcing the Kate F-action by creating a villain to contrast against the supposed heroine, the Princess of Wales. In reality, Meghan was a victim of a hostile environment, a casualty of the media's obsession with the Kate effect. This lie was the first sign of a decline in the monarchy's reputation as a welcoming modern institution. It was a sign that the Kate effect was not just a fashion phenomenon, but a tool used to manipulate public perception. And it didn't stop there. The same media that propagated this lie were the same ones praising the Princess of Wales's stagnant fashion choices, the same ones hailing the Kate effect as a boon for British businesses, the same ones ignoring the fact that brands endorsed by the princess were struggling, even closing down, like Eponine London. This is the true power of the Kate effect. It doesn't just limit a fashion brand's ability to evolve and innovate. It also skews the media's portrayal of other members of the royal family, creating a false narrative that serves the interests of the monarchy at the expense of others. The Kate effect, it seems, has far-reaching implications beyond just fashion. It's a testament to the power of media narratives and the impact they can have on people's lives. So next time you hear about the Kate effect, remember this. Remember the impact it has had on the lives of people like Meghan Sussex. Remember the brands that have suffered under its weight. And remember that it's not always a sign of success. Sometimes it's a warning sign. Now, let's take a closer look at the true impact of the Kate effect. It's a term that's been thrown around a lot, but when we examine it closely, it appears that it might not be all it's cracked up to be. Take the case of Eponine London, a brand once favored by the Princess of Wales. Despite royal endorsement, this fashion label has had to close its doors after 15 years in business. A stark reminder that a royal stamp of approval doesn't necessarily guarantee success. It's a sad story, really. Jet Shenkman, the founder of Eponine London, once spoke of the gift of dressing the Princess of Wales, believing it would grant them a platform they could never have dreamed of. But instead of leading them to new heights, this endorsement seemed to lock them into an aesthetic that was unable to evolve with the dynamic world of fashion. When your most famous patron only wears one type of coat dress, it's difficult to branch out and innovate. In contrast, let's consider the enterprises endorsed by Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry. Brands and initiatives they've supported, like Archewell and As Ever, are thriving. It's a testament to their authentic vision and their ability to adapt and reinvent. Their endorsements don't come with a restrictive aesthetic or a stifling expectation. Instead, they offer a boost of visibility and a connection to a global audience that is genuinely interested in their work. So, when we talk about the Kate effect, it's important to remember that it's not always a success story. It can be a cautionary tale, a reminder that royal endorsement is no guarantee of success. And while the pro-palace press may continue to laud the Kate effect, we should remember the fate of Eponine London and consider whether this effect is more of a curse than a blessing. It seems that the Kate effect isn't the success stamp it's made out to be. As we conclude our discussion about the Kate effect, let's remember the rise and fall of Eponine London, a brand that once basked in the glow of royal endorsement, only to find itself locked into an outdated aesthetic that did not survive the ever-evolving fashion landscape. It's a poignant testament to the true impact of the Kate effect, an impact that seems to be less about the boom and more about the eventual bust. We've also examined the broader implications of the Kate effect, extending beyond the realm of fashion. The consistent media bias that has painted Meghan Sussex as the villain while praising the Princess of Wales's stagnant fashion choices is a clear indication of the decline in the monarchy's reputation as a welcoming, modern institution. This bias has been perpetuated by the same ecosystem that relentlessly promotes the Kate effect. Looking at the bigger picture, the Kate effect appears to be a double-edged sword. On one side, it offers temporary spotlight and the allure of royal endorsement. But on the other, it locks brands into a singular, unchanging aesthetic and leads to their eventual decline. It's a pattern that isn't just confined to fashion, but extends to the wider cultural impact of the monarchy. The story of Eponine London serves as a stark reminder that royal endorsement is not necessarily a stamp of success. It's a cautionary tale for brands hoping to ride on the coattails of royal approval. And it's a wake-up call for us, the viewers, to see beyond the hype and understand the true implications of the Kate effect. While the Princess of Wales continues to wear the same type of coat dress, Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry are busy building dynamic, successful enterprises like Archewell and As Ever, based on their own authentic vision. This stark contrast is perhaps the most telling sign of the true impact of the Kate effect. Thank you for joining us on Royal Telly. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more enlightening discussions. Until next time, this is Chloe signing off.